there is something very important I almost forgot. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you. If you are new here, guys, please do not forget to subscribe. Subscribe now. It is important to me. Thank you so much for understanding. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Belgian embassy tips and questions for you, all right, who is visiting Belgium as a couple, a student, all right. So these are some of the things you need to know. I will be talking about some of the things and some of the questions you may be asked at the embassy, all right, when you are about to move to Belgium. First of all, I would also like you to understand that visa applications at the Belgian embassy is via the VFS, all right. VFS, all right. If you go to the Belgian embassy website, you are going to find this information and necessary links to check more. For those in Nigeria, the Belgian embassy is somewhere in Abuja. For those in Cameroon, it is in Yaoundé, around Bastos, in Bastos, Yaoundé, around the area of the Chinese embassy, the same street that moves across the Chinese embassy. The Belgian embassy is down below in Bastos, all right. So if you must apply for a visa at the Belgian embassy, know that it is going to be done via the VFS. And again, you need to understand that appointments, the visa application is already done via appointments, and you have to book an appointment when going to the embassy or the VFS office on that particular day. You need to go with the appointment letter, because that is the letter that is going to give you gateway into the embassy, because there are guards, security guards at the gates often at almost all the embassies. So you need a letter to show that you are actually coming to see the embassy on this particular date, okay? So that is what you need to know. And again, you do not go to the embassy, the Belgian embassy, with a telephone. If you are going there with a telephone, you may see a notice at the gate to tell you that you have to switch off your telephone before you move into the embassy, or probably keep it somewhere. Okay, so that is what you need to know. And when you go into the embassy building, the interviewer is going to be separated by a glass. You and the interview, the person who is going to interview you, is going to, a glass is going to separate you. You will be this way, and the person interviewing you will be this way. So that is what you should understand. And now, like I said, I will be talking about two categories of persons that will be moving to Belgium. First of all, let me talk about if you are going to Belgium as a spouse, or if you are a wife, or if you, sorry guys, if you want to meet your husband or your wife in Belgium, these are some of the things you need to know. Okay, first of all, you need to go to the embassy with these informations, and the embassy, let me say, the interview may be for like maybe 30 minutes, 50 minutes, or 1 hour. It all depends on who is in charge on that particular day, all right? And remember, questions asked to you are sometimes very good. You respond to them as they are asked, and be polite, all right? Be truthful, all right? Because anything you say at the embassy, remember, they are going to do a research and they're going to find out all these things that you are saying. Again, if you are going to the embassy to attend your visa interview, and the purpose of your trip to Belgium is you want to go and meet your husband or your wife, be very careful. Make sure you know your husband very well. You know what he eats, all right? You know most of his things, some of the things he likes, the music he likes, all right? Know his things, I mean his details, because you may be asked even what is the type of car he drives in Belgium, what is his location in Belgium, and what are some of the things he eats, all right? You must know all of these things if you are the wife and you want to move to Belgium. You may be asked most of these things. I hope you understand. Same things applies to the husband. If your wife is in Belgium, or if you want to meet your wife in Belgium, or your spouse, all right, you have to know so many things that concerns her. If you have been sending money to her, or if you people are doing monetary transactions, please keep the receipts. They are very, very important. You will show them to the embassy, all right, if you are asked, and you may be asked. If you are not asked, show us proofs, okay? You need to show all of that. If you have WhatsApp messages, or any business you guys are doing together, transactions, because like I said, if you want to visit or meet he or she in Belgium, you need to show all of these proofs to the embassy. I hope you understand, all right? If there is something you doubt, always tell the embassy or the interviewer that you don't know. Do not lie, because if you lie, the information may they may check the information and you will be penalized and probably not given the visa. Now, when it comes to bank transactions, if you guys are doing bank transactions, make sure you keep the receipts. Like I said, if he is sending money to you and you are asked, make sure you answer them and you show proofs, okay? Because if they go to the banks and they verify that he has been sending and you are refusing, it's a problem to you. Make sure if you are going as a couple and you have a marriage certificate and you said you can prove that you guys are married, make sure it is not a sham marriage, because if it is, you would be knocked down. I hope you understand what I mean. Now, this is for couples and people who are going for like visits and things like that. If somebody is inviting you, make sure you know his or her details. I hope this point is understood. The next category of persons I want to talk about is students. If you are going to Belgium as a student, as an international student, a Nigerian, a Cameroonian, a South African, a Ugandan, a Kenyan, a Zimbabwean, please pay attention to this. It is very, very important. All right. First, if you are going as a student, you need to know where the location of your university is. Okay. Make sure you know the location of your university. Make sure you know the course that you are going to study, because sometimes the interviewer may ask you what is the course you are going to study and why did you decide to go and study this course in Belgium. All right, you need to quote things related to the course and make sure you know which courses, or if it is a program, make sure you know the number of courses you are studying per semester. There is a video on my YouTube channel. I talked about some of the visa interview tips. All right, I think visa tips. So try to watch that video as well. If you are a master's degree student, you need to know few things about most of the departments in your university. Know some of the lecturers, all right, because they believe that you are a researcher. A master's degree student is no more a bachelor student. You need to do research. Again, make sure you know the location of your dormitory. You cannot be going to a new country without knowing where you are going to stay, because if they ask you where are you going to be living, first you must even have paid or maybe drop a deposit for your accommodation, because without accommodation you cannot live anywhere on earth or in any country. You need to know the location of your accommodation. First thing, try to know who is the head of that country, who is the president. Okay, know the location of your university. It is very, very important. Know the course you are studying and what it entails. It is very, very important. Know the duration of your course program. Try to know how it is going to run from which period to which period, because if you do not know things about the course you are going to study, it means you are not going to Belgium to study. I hope you understand me. Sorry guys. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. These things are very, very important. Again, like I said, sometimes when you go to the embassy, you are panicking, because I know a lot of us, we will be shaking, like we are scared of some of the things, but the interviews will never be that difficult, okay? They are just things, especially for students. It may be trickish for a spouse or someone who wants to go and meet the wife, but for you as an international student, I think yours may be easier. The only place you might face difficulties is, why do you want to go and study this course outside in Belgium and not in your home country? It is not even something to begin to panic about. You defend yourself. Okay, you may talk about the lack of facilities in your own university that can give you knowledge for this course. All right, talk about that. But remember, you have to be polite. You have to be educational. Keep away political stuff. It is not about politics. All right, follow the interviewer very well, and your interview will be a success. Remember, like I said, the Belgian embassy is in Nicosia one day. That is for Cameroonians, please. And know that there are things you need to do when you are asked to bring documents to the embassy for the view, for the interview. Make sure you go with the documents. You are not going to the embassy to know the documents you are bringing on that day of the interview. When you have an appointment, make sure you check everything. All right. Gather all your documents and go with them, especially the documents you applied for the school. Take them to the embassy because they want to see them. Remember, your university must have sent a copy to them. All right. If not, they are going to call your university to verify. And remember, your visa is not coming from Cameroon. If you are applying from Cameroon and your interview is in Cameroon, know that your visa is coming from the authorities within that locality in Belgium where your school is. All right. These are the people that will confirm that yes, give Odette, give Eric, give Nadine the visa. Okay, I hope you understand. I'm just trying to quote example of the names that, if for example that is your name and you are going to the embassy, know that that is how it exists. All right, know that you also need an embassy fee. I think probably it's going to be around, is it 75 euros? I can't remember well, but I'm going to find out. Then when you reach there, be on time. Don't shake. Stop panicking. All right, there is nothing difficult when you are going to the embassy to answer the questions. There is something very important I almost forgot. For those that are married, if you are going to the embassy, make sure you remember the date in which you got married. All right, you have to remember the date you got married, because that is very important. If you are asked what date did you get married to your husband or your wife, and you are unable to say it, it means you are causing a lot of problems to your visa. Your visa may be rejected. You need to know, because this is one of the important dates in your life, all right, that you need to know. You need to know it. So you cannot tell the interviewer that you don't know the date in which you got married. Keep dates very important. Any event that took place, you have to keep it, so in as much as you claim to be let me say the husband or the wife to this individual. All right, then for students, those of you who are students applying for student visas, at the Belgian embassy, you may be asked questions, many. It may cost you, or let me say it may take around an hour. Then after that, you may be given papers, or maybe a paper to write your motivation down, and answer some questions as well in a separate room. So you have to be informed about that, or you need to know that. All right, the papers may be bulky, but you will be given a time frame to fill in the papers. All right, the papers will be given to you, and you will be given a certain time to finish whatsoever is on it and submit. Okay, so you need to be careful, especially with the motivation, in case you are asked to write a motivation why you want to study in Belgium. I hope the information is clear. If it is, please do not forget to share it. Share with families and friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, thank you so much. Until we meet again in another episode. Peace.